say thank you all to. I want to say thank you to all the other WPAFW staff for putting this together. This has been a wonderful virtual convention. It's been great to see you all online. I'd rather see you in person at the lodge, but this is the next best thing. Also want to say congratulations and thank you to Sal, the Awesome Spirit of Wildlife. They're an amazing charity. There is still time to donate to them. You can go to wapafwa.org/live and click on that donate to Sal button. You can also buy more merchandise from our Redbubble store, also on wapafwa.org/live. That's going to be up for a while, I presume. And remember, all of the merchandise after Redbubble takes their cut, 100% of that goes to Sal. So what you buy helps them out too, even if it doesn't have to be now. So anyway, thank you again. Stay safe. I miss you all. And I will see you when it's safe to do so again. Thank you, everyone.
All right. You can probably hear me. Hi. Thanks, Cluxum. Truly, thank you, because those games are really rather fun. I didn't get to play any, unfortunately, but thank you very much for hosting it. I'll probably be playing a little after this event right now. First off, I want to point out exactly how much I appreciate everybody who's attended and just given the event a time of day. I mean, without you, there's no reason to put on the event, so thank you so much for just coming and staying with us and watching our streams. This will about wrap things up for Virtual WPAFW 2020. And in a lot of ways, we hope we don't have to do any more of these, and instead we want to see you in person, just like Cluxum mentioned. The event itself thrives on being around other people and making it about camaraderie. So we hope to see you next year in the physical location rather than in the virtual one. However, there will be a survey coming out. It'll be posted to the Twitch chat right after this. It'll be posted to the Discord as well as on Twitter. And it's just a couple questions, nothing too extravagant, not like a normal surveys. Some long answer questions if you want to answer them. And it would help give us a little bit of perspective on how you saw this event and if there's anything that we could take with us into the future. So please, if you've attended, please fill it out. It would really help us out. But for the fact that we ran overall a fairly low-cost event, it didn't really cost us much to put this on. We put together a total of about presently, and I want to state that tentatively here because I have a point to make. We'll be looking at $1,579.48 presently. That is from $1,294.48 in direct donations. That is including the regular donations that go directly to Sal and the candle commemorations. $285 of that is coming from the merchandise. Now, a good deal of the money that you guys spent on the merchandise comes from the actual production and Redbubble's cut. We know, but at least it gives you something to remember us by. And the wonderful art from Mir and Rel were both featured, and frankly, it's wonderful. I've bought a piece of every single piece of art at least on there. So I hope everybody got what they wanted. We'll probably leave it up for about a week and try to get more money out of it to send it to Sal. I do want to state that over the time here until about 7:45, because I'm starting a little late, I want to point out that I'm willing to match up to $200. I can't do a heck of a lot. I'm willing to match up to $200 if we want to add this much. But in addition to that, because of where I work, my work will double the number again. So we will have triple the amount if somebody actually wants to donate up to at least $200, if some people want to donate up to $200. If you do that, my contribution as well as my company's contribution will actually take us over $2,000. So that'll be a wonderful thing. So keep that in mind. That offer's open until 7:45. Thanks again, especially to everybody who has worked so hard, frankly, in this. That includes Mei-Lin and the programming and taking care of the Discord server. Mayor Bear being the person who created the initial logo that we used officially, and being the social media guru, the person taking care of all the social media over the course of the event and prior. Rel with her art for extra logos and all of the art associated with the Twitch stream itself. Puzz for being the expert we needed for Twitch, again, because I wouldn't have known what I was doing. I've used Twitch a few times, but not effectively. So this has been kind of a learning process for me, as you are very well aware, based on some of my flubs. Taco for putting together the amazing website we had. Helped create a central repository of all the information that we could ever disseminate during this event and everything we wanted to tell people. And then, of course, all the panelists. Our hospitality directors, Rakedu and Oz, putting together, frankly, amazing panels. Those were so well done. I feel like this is nothing, and now I feel like I'm being really lax. They were really phenomenal. Quaxum in putting together how many events that she had along with River. Boss for putting on his kaiju event. Sebastian for Paint a Fox and for his sad songs. As I mentioned, River with coffee and everything else. Hitch and all the DJs. They were incredible last night, all the way until 2:30 in the morning. I was very tired, but they were phenomenal. So I really, and I and the rest of the staff really appreciate everybody's efforts in this, because without you, it wouldn't have been anything. So thank you very, very much. Unfortunately, we didn't have Skuro to thank. He had a little bit of technical difficulties. He was actually very upset about it because he wanted to stream for us, but so bad. Sometimes things don't work technically, so. And if any of the panelists, one of the reasons we wanted to host everybody is that if any of the panelists were interesting to you, we wanted to give them a possibility of being followed as well, because it gives back to the community in that sense. So Quaxum, Rakedu, any of the DJs, it would have been Skuro, would have been Sebastian, of course, and just keep that in mind. And at this point, I want to say thank you again to everybody who's watched, everybody who's been involved, and I know it's a broken record type of thing, but it really means a lot. And I want to open it to any questions that anybody might have. I'm going to be looking down here because my phone is down here and has all the answers, all the questions for the answers that I should be giving. Okay, let's see here. Okay, it actually looks like we got that $200. That was fast. Let me double check it, actually. I wanted to get us up to that $2,000 mark, and we did. We did. We made it. Oh, we actually had quite a few. Thank you. Actually, we added quite a bit here. Let me actually do a double check here, and I'll give you an official number. So we went from $1,294.48 to $1,603.70. That's in addition to the $285 from the merchandise. So we are already way over $2,000. Hold on a second. I can't do math in my head when I'm talking to a camera, apparently. That is, oops, I can't even do a calculator. So we're at $1,888.70 without my match. And with my match, because I said up to $200, we're adding another $400 onto this. So we're looking at $22,88.70. Let me double check my math. Yep, $2,288.70. Not too bad for a virtual event. Now I can't really match any more than that, to be honest with you. But anything else that comes in, thank you. It all goes to TESAL, it all goes to their endeavors, and they become quite the good friends in all of this. So thank you so much. I don't have a lot to say extra, but I'm here, and I will be just sitting here trying to banter as much as I possibly can. But I was watching all the texts come in. Actually, Glucksum points out something. Now, while it's the goal to have WPAFW again in the fall of 2120, oh my goodness, that would be a very long-lived event. 2021. Given how successful this was, do you think we should do another virtual weekend? Now that's a good question. It's a question that's actually in the survey. Now I'm going to be quite blunt. This took more work than a lot of us anticipated, but we don't want to throw that out. It's not a terrible idea, but we have to consider the time and energy of the people that we have. So it's not thrown out the window, but we can't say that we would or wouldn't at this point in time. Okay, so the match was available. I can't match any more than that. I can only match up to that certain amount. So please be aware, I can't match that. I can't match more than I've already matched. Otherwise, I'd be let dry. If anybody donated after I hit that number, which I've hit that number, and they wanted it to be matched, please tell me I can refund it. I don't want to cause any issues with that. I can't match any more than I've already matched. But anything that comes in will be helped. Will be a huge help. So please and thank you for any donations going to the TESAL. And maybe I mentioned the merchandise will be left up for at least a week, if not a little longer. So keep an eye out for that. We don't want to close that down, but we also don't want to make it so that it's there for everybody all the time, because then it reduces the exclusivity of it all. Oh yeah, please follow TESAL.org, TASOW.org, TASOW.org. Please feel free to follow them. They are a very wonderful organization if you've actually seen the interview we had with them yesterday. There will be videos of a lot of these panels. We'll probably be posting places, so keep an eye out for them. Oh, and yes, @_TESAW, @_TASOW on Instagram. I'll actually keep an eye on the number here. I'll see if any more keeps donating, because people were, on behalf of all the staff, we very much appreciate all of this, truly. And looks like we have a little bit more come in. Yeah, it looks like we're staying pretty solidly on this $1,600 mark from the actual direct donations, plus the $285 from merchandise, and then what I'll add from my company match as well as my match. I also will say the commemoration candles will stay lit until midnight tonight. If anybody wants to light a candle still, there are a few candles left, and we can light it, and it'll be going until tonight by midnight. So keep that in mind. We will have an official number once all this is wrapped up. So once the merchandise ends up being closed off after about a week, we will have an actual official number for you. We will have a semi-official number probably tomorrow or the day after, but let's find out exactly what the final number will be in a week's time. One big thing we want to make sure that people know is that we already do, and we had the dates established for WPAFW 2021. And those dates are October 8th through 10th, 2021. So if you go into your calendar, like do it now, it's a good thing to do now. So go mark it down. I'm going to mark it down for myself, actually. I already have it marked down, but it's still important. It's technically the second weekend of October, because the first weekend is the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So keep that in mind. We want to see everybody there, and we want to have the event. We want to make sure that we have the event if we can, barring anything that happens with COVID. But yes, please pay. Mayor mentioned, thank you so much for all your generosity. For WPAFW staff, all really appreciate your willingness to help those in need. And you've made a difference, and you really have made a difference to Sal, truly. I am waiting. Sis Dizzle said wait. I am waiting. What am I waiting for? Aw, thanks. I'm going to basically babble on, so you guys can turn off audio if you really want to turn off audio, but I'm going to babble on for the next 15 minutes. Just because I have the camera, I'm allowed to do that. No, not really. I mean, we've hit the number, so continue donating. We will actually leave donations open until, the regular donations open until midnight tonight, so we'll have a final number for that. And yes, more domination. I stare into the camera. Fauzi, can I do more VHS streams in general? Frankly, actually, it's one of those things that I do on my channel. I'm not telling anybody to follow me or anything like that, but that's one of those things that I tend to do. It's one of the reasons why I suggested it. I like searching out weird VHS tapes and watching them, and honestly, I'm probably going to get in trouble one of these days because I'm probably going to accidentally put on things that shouldn't be on Twitch. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I do tend to show those off. So if you're interested in that, you can always take a look from whenever I do it. As for anything else, I don't want to belabor the point. We hit that $200 mark. Thank you, frankly, to Inu Lupus, who hit it very quickly. He donated $200 directly, but I want to also say thank you to everybody who's donated, because it was quite generous of you. With such a hard year with COVID-19 and a lot of people out of work, I mean, we didn't know what we would get. We didn't even really have hopes, because we didn't want to establish this line in our heads that said, oh, we'll be successful if we hit this number, we will be terrible if we don't hit this number, because we had no idea. So this actually was, frankly, remarkable. So thank you. Don't worry, it says this will come to the next year. It'll be your first one then. It'll be first non-virtual WPAFW. I was also informed, and this is actually a rather small, silly side note. We have an individual who is local who created a virtual VR chat world for WPAFW, but it really wasn't a VR chat world. It was more of a JPEG put on a plane with a JPEG raised on 2 sticks to look like the lodge was 3D, but if you went behind it, it was just like a road sign. It was very amusing. It was just, I'm rather glad it wasn't publicized, because it was kind of ridiculous. Let's see here. Yep, as Puz said, Ethan, don't worry, we're planning on putting up recordings on the WPAFW channel, and as many of the recordings as we possibly can. So any of the ones that have historical revisiting. I was trying to do a full record of the whole thing straight through, but I kept getting crashes on the system that was doing the recording. So we're going to have to rely on the recordings that were done, which is good. We tried making sure that we had redundant recordings. And really though, I want to again say thank you and make sure that people know and are aware of the people who have made this happen. While I'm sitting in this chair, I am by far not the people, not the person, the people. I'm only one person. Not the person who made everything happen. Mei Lin with the programming and the Discord. She's the one that put together the Discord. She's the one that put together the programming, and she's the one who worked hard at that. And again, Mayor Bear for the social media and the logo. Rel for all the work for the actual presentation of the Twitch. Puzz for all the Twitch information and the actual construction of the Twitch that we put together. Taco for the website and all the panelists. I want to make sure that their names are known because, oh my gosh, this was a lot more work than we had anticipated. But we're very happy we did it. So thank you so much. In all honesty, I really don't have much else to say. You have done so much for Tasao, and Tasao is incredibly thankful for all that you've done for them. And they want to come back. They want to be part of us. They're part of friends with us. They want to work with us in many different ways. So we hope to have this partnership that continues into the future. Thank you, Quoxum. Very sweet thing Quoxum said. I hope you don't mind if I repeat this, Quoxum. I won't say it until you give me the okay. Quoxum mentioned that AC was the event that made her believe that she could be a furry. But WPAFW is the event that made her believe that she should be a furry. Everyone here has reinforced that again this year, especially this in my first year as staff. And Quoxum says thank you to fellow staff, directors, and attendees. And that means a lot. Truly, it means a lot. So, again, thank you to everybody. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, but I'm going to keep saying it because that's all I know how to do apparently right now. But before I sign off, meow. Thank you again, and good night. However, keep an eye out in the games on Discord, because the Discord has more games going on tonight until midnight, or until whenever they want to go on till. So keep an eye on the Discord. The Petulant Plum, who I can't speak through this apparently. The Petulant Plum is going to be doing game streaming, and Puzz is going to be doing game streaming, so take a look there and join us for our games. Thank you again, and good night.